Hey guys, welcome back to Know Before You Owe, Brian Parker and the Brian Parker Group. Today we're going to talk about understanding the mortgage process. So from once you're under contract to getting to closing. Now, why am I doing this one before we talk about your pre-approval process? I think because if I talk about it in this manner, when we go talk about pre-qualification versus pre-approval, you'll understand why it's so important that your mortgage lender does a true pre-approval on a loan for you. So you're under contract, time to move forward. Your closing date's in 30 days. What's the process? I get your contract, all your disclosures from your realtor. We get you to sign some updated loan application documents specific to your property and everything, to your purchase price, to your loan amount. You're signing those through DocuSign. You're sending in any other supporting documents that we may or may not have on the file, or you've been looking for a while, documents you might need to bring more current, such as pay stubs or bank statements. And then once I have everything from you, I then submit your loan into processing. And the processor from there will take your loan, review everything I have done up front to ensure my accuracy and detail to the matter. They will go ahead and order the appraisal and the title work on the property from your attorney or your title company, depending on what type of state you're in. And once all that is completed and in working order, the processor will submit it into underwriting. Typically within a 24 to 72 hour window, the underwriter will review your file. And if everything's in order the way it should be, then the underwriter will issue a conditional approval for you. That means you're approved to get this home loan subject to any of these outstanding things. And if I do my job as your loan officer really well, there shouldn't be outstanding things. So the conditional approval would be you're conditionally approved for the loan subject to getting your appraisal and title work back and getting that reviewed for satisfactory review. And then once all that's done, you've got your final loan approval. Now, somewhere between conditional approval and getting your closing date, we're going to send out what's called your initial closing disclosure. That is a regulated form that you have to receive at least 3 business days prior to your closing date. And when it goes to you, I'm going to tell you it is not accurate. What is accurate is your loan amount, signifying your rate lock, and then also your interest rate, and giving you an idea of what your payment would be. Your cash to close and all that can still turn a little bit because you still may be working on your insurance. Attorney is still working on the title. You may be getting a survey, home inspection stuff done and all that. We have to factor those in. And we work with that on the closing attorney as we get towards your closing date. But you've got to get that ICD, that initial closing disclosure, at least 3 business days prior to closing date. Typically, I like to get mine out about 10 days prior to the closing date. So you got your ICD, you've signed that. Now you're sitting and waiting. Final approval's done. Now we're working with the closing attorney and getting your final numbers together. Once we have that, we basically equal off. We match with each other. I guess the best way we put it in our terminology. And then once we know we match, we send you your final figures. From there, you can order your wire, order your cashier's check or whatnot. You're going to show up with your closing agent the next day. Or a few days later, whenever you have your closing scheduled for it, you're going to go in, you're going to sign your name about 28 times. You're going to be tired, but you're going to put the pen down when you're done, and you're going to be a homeowner. So that's kind of understanding the mortgage process once you're in it. I think when we go into our next video, next episode, and talking about pre-approval versus pre-qualification, I think really pay attention to that, because if you want to be done right up front, it's your attention to detail based on what I need to get you where you need to be. I'm Brian Parker, Brian Parker Group. God bless you. Have a great day.